2022 NFL draft profile, and today we have Drake London, the London Tower,
Drizzy.
out of USC. 6'5", 210 pounds, 20 years old. Could be the youngest receiver in this draft class potentially. In 2021, 88 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, a 4-star recruit out of high school. This is the most, I feel like, one of the most popular guys. He should be going in the first round, maybe in the top 10, top 12 potentially. He is the guy that everyone is raving about. We are kind of iffy about him just purely because, let's
talk about it.
We like a different wide receiver. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, by the way, just quickly on those stats, when you put into the context that he missed 4 games, he missed 4 games, and he still put up 88 receptions and 7 tutties. That is pretty impressive. And look, what he did in college, very, very impressive. And again, despite missing 4 games, still accounted for over 31, almost 32% of his team's total work through the air.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I mean, there's a lot of impressive things that you can see from Drake London. So let's start with the good. We are lower on him as a channel in general, and a lot of people are curious as to why. Yeah. But let's start with the good, okay? His size is just different. This is a ideal X wide receiver in the NFL.
No doubt about it.
6'5", 210, quarterback's best friend. Just throw the ball up. He will win the one-on-ones. Great contested catch ability. Gritty runner, end zone threat, plays strong in the open field. However, there are some reasons for concern, okay? And I think I kind of speak for both of us when I talk about this, but the speed is underwhelming. I keep seeing people on the Twitter sphere talking about how he's got some of the best speed in the class. That's just not true. He's not a grandpa out there, but look, he's not a 4.3 guy. He's not even maybe a 4.4 flat guy.
Yeah.
Now, that's not where he makes his money, but still, that is a concern for me going into the NFL.
I think that could definitely change, though. Like, in the NFL Combine, if he gets a higher speed, maybe he can come up in our rankings right now. But
for sure.
I get what you're saying.
So the speed is an issue, but when you combine the speed with the lack of defined route running, that's where it really becomes a worry for me for a player. Okay, if you make all of your money, look, in the Pac-12, you can beat cornerbacks one-on-one all day.
Right.
The Pac-12 cornerbacks, these aren't people that anyone's afraid of, okay? The Pac-12 is known for terrible defense. So you can beat those guys one-on-one all day. But when you haven't shown consistent ability to create separation and you don't have the quick twitch, you don't have the great speed, those are things that make you a better route runner and makes it easier to create separation. So I'm not actually worried about the fractured ankle. I think he's able to come back from that. That's not what worries me. But like I said, it's Badaki and I, and this channel in particular, we prefer players who are higher up there in speed, clean route running, can create separation, because those are the wide receivers who have more longevity in the NFL.
Yeah.
Badaki, do you see this as the same? I mean, I know that you probably see this as the same as me, but anything that you wanted to contribute to that? Because a lot of people are angry at us in our rankings.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you're listening to this and you probably, saying, hey, you guys just don't like Drake London. We actually like Drake London as a talent. Yeah. We think he's extremely talented. I know he came into a team that was filled with Michael Pittman and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and this guy was doing crazy stuff at the age of 17, 18 years old. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt he's a talent.
Yeah, it's hard to deny the film.
Exactly.
The film is
there's no doubt he's a talent. When I look at my draft, I guess, my question to you is, do you want a guy that can get more, receptions in a total year or more touchdowns in a total year? And I'm assuming if you're in a PPR league, you would say receptions, targets.
Right. What's more reliable?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What's more reliable? And I don't want a guy that's just going to get touchdowns. And the first person I can think of that is now transitioning to that player is Adam Thielen, even though it's a completely different guy.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen.
Massively different, but I get it.
Yeah, he's just not, you just don't, it's good that you get the touchdowns, but you still want Justin Jefferson because he's getting the PPR opportunities. He's getting those deep bomb threats. He's getting every single,
By the way, you're not comping him to Adam Thielen.
I'm not comping him to any of these guys. I'm just thinking about the opportunity that he's going to get.
Let's talk about pro comps then.
Okay, yeah, we can go there. And I think that's the biggest thing. And that's everyone is saying Mike Evans. I see.
Let me throw out a scenario here, okay? Because everyone's saying Mike Evans, but what if he's Mike Williams? Okay, we're all saying he's the next Mike Evans. What if he is just a Mike Williams, a really, really good complementary wide receiver? What if he can't be a consistent target for you? He can win the one-on-one balls. He can win the down the field balls, but he's not someone who's getting 10 receptions every game. I know we saw Mike Williams break out this year, excuse me. But what if there are some injury issues because of the size? What if because he's winning these one-on-one balls, there are more injury concerns? Or what if he's not able to separate? What if he is only Mike Williams, not Mike Evans? And that is a concern that I have personally. I've heard the Mike Evans comps. I can see that's his ceiling, but we have to recognize what his floor is as well.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think Mike Williams is a little bit too off. I see Mike Evans. I agree with everyone. He can be Mike Evans.
Yeah.
The speed's not there. You can see how Mike Evans can go up and catch the ball, how he can get those contested catches, how he can be a reliable wide receiver. That all depends on that quarterback. Everyone's saying he's going in the top 12. I guess let's talk about team fits then. If he's really going in the top 12, he's going to the Jets with Zach Wilson. He's going to Atlanta with Matt Ryan. He's not going to Denver. He could be going to Jacksonville, but he's not going to go in the first. He's not going to go one-on-one. Like where's he truly going to go? And I don't see him.
And by the way, I think this year more than any year, there is so much room for validity as far as 100%. Where players actually land in the draft.
100%.
No player is locked in at this point as far as where they're going to go. But my favorite team fit, if we are going to talk about team fits, is the Jets. I do think it makes the most sense for the New York Jets. Okay, you already have the guy in the slot and Elijah Moore. You already have Michael Carter in the backfield. Corey Davis is a better Y than he is an X. You don't have to get rid of him. He's a better Y than an X, though.
Put him on the other side.
Exactly. And now you have Drake London as your X. Give Zach Wilson everything he needs to succeed.
Okay. That's
the big body that they've been missing in that offense. And in that scenario, maybe he can succeed. Maybe he unlocks something in Zach Wilson. And I have moved London up one spot in my rankings. So he is my wide receiver 6 at this point. Okay. I see the value, but still there are some concerns. Who's your best team fit then?
Look, I have 2 team fits, and one I can think of is the Lions. Maybe he reunites with Amon-Ra. He can be that big wide receiver that the Lions need. They don't have anyone besides Amon-Ra, and they don't have a big body guy. Tyrell Williams was that guy, but he gets injured every time, and he's old. So just let him walk. I see the Lions, and I also see the Eagles. And I know it's not exciting because everyone doesn't like Jalen Hurts, but get another big body guy on the outside. You have Devonta Smith in the slot, and you can kind of go from there. So I can kind of see that happening. But look, he can go anywhere. He's a guy that can go anywhere.
Even if he lands in Philly, like Jalen Hurts won't be there forever. Yeah, I think he probably outlasts Jalen Hurts in my opinion. So you bet on the talent young, in that situation.
20 years old, and so in my wide receiver rankings, he's wide receiver 8. So that's pretty low. A lot of people have him first, second wide receiver, and that's hard to say.
I felt bad having him as my 6th wide receiver.
Yeah, look, like we said, we would just prefer other talent and the way other people are built rather than the 6'5" guy.
By the way, it's actually okay for you to comment and disagree. That's totally okay. So let us know your thoughts. I mean, this is going to be a combination of everyone's thoughts together, which will give a better picture. So it's okay if you disagree. Let us know in the comments below if you think we're absolute schmucks.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.